Hello, fellow traders. Tis I, the Rumpled One. Hey, it's November the 4th, NFP date. The reason I'm laughing is somebody let me know that over on one of the trading forums, they're referring to my indicators as advanced alien civilization. Are coming from an advanced alien civilization. I mean, oh, it's just way too funny. Yeah, they were talking about the TRO plot by date indicator. As some of you may know, I coded this up originally a couple of months ago to help trade NFP. And what the indicator does is it's really simple. And that's why when they call it advanced, it just cracks me up. All you do is in the indicator, you type in the dates. And what the indicator does is it'll plot the high, low, and midpoint of those dates. So I coded up and this is these are all inputs, so you can change the dates for whatever you want. You can put your birth date in there. It doesn't really matter the date. And then here in the gauge, it shows you the close minus the high, the close minus the low, and then basically the fib percent. So you can see right here today, since it's November the 4th, price is always going to be inside the high and the low, because if it makes a new high or a new low, then the range just expands. So right now you can see here on the pound dollar, it's right there at the top because it just went to zero. Okay, and it's 93 pips off the bottom. And of course, this is the old magnified market price indicator that I modified long years ago. So with the NFP, it shows you the highs and the lows, and you can see how throughout the course of the months, how these highs and lows are either respected or breached. Some people call it defended, respected. It's pretty much the same. So you can see here in September, we put in the NFP high, then price broke through, came down, hit the bottom, broke through the August, broke through the July. Now we have the August. I'm sorry, Nat. Then we hit October, and you can see here, remember that date, the flash crash day. So this is what happened. And so you can see we're still within those flash crash. Looks like it wants to get near the high. Now the equal sign here says that you're in between these two lines. Okay, the high and the low. So you know it's within it. A minus means you're below it, and a plus means you're above it. And it puts all the lines here. Now, as I mentioned before, you can use this for other dates. So here we have it with the FOMC dates, and we just had it yesterday. So you can see here we've got the dollar yen. And here's the high of the FOMC, and then right here's the low. And then you can see here we're putting in our NFP high and low. And right here's a plus sign showing that we're above the high of the August 5th NFP. And here's a plus sign showing that we're above the high of the July 6th FOMC. Once again, the fib retrace means, okay, we're at 190%, where the low is 0, the high is 100. So you can see here, we've almost doubled that range. And once again, as I mentioned, to me, this is not really alien technology at all. It just cracks me up that advanced alien civilization. Oh God, what some people do and say. Can't really pay attention to what other people do or say. It's not worth it. But we can take a look at some of the other pairs just to see what they're looking like. The New Zealand dollar had been on a tear. Now you can also switch the time frames here. Sometimes you can get it gives you a little bit better view of what's going on. So here you can see today's high and low. You can see here's the high of July. And you can see here we're still within, we're now within the high and low of July NFP. And if we scrunch the chart, you can see here all the lines that were crossed. So once again, all you need to trade is a horizontal line. So if it's going up to the line, you go long. If it's going down, you go short. Of course, sometimes they don't break out, but more often than not, they work in your favor. And I put the midpoint line in just for reference, because that way you can see easily if it's crossing the midpoint, which is basically it's like who's winning, the bulls or the bears, the buyers or the sellers, however you want to call it. But just gives you a visual reading there. And of course, once again, you can look at the gauge and it can tell you pretty much in a quick glance where things are. That's why I put the plus, equal, and minus signs here. That wasn't in the original version, but it was an idea I had just to make it easier to process the information. And of course, I put it on the dashboard. Let's see. Do we want to? No, I think I'll do the dashboard in a separate video. Okay, let's see. The Euro's also been giving us some price action. Let's switch over to the H4 chart here. You can see right here we were at the mid of the November NFP. Came down here and then it just took off. So that was in the 108.67, and now we're at 111.15. So you can see here what's happening. And if we pull this out, you can see all the different NFP dates, or they're basically getting some confluence here. You can see that. You can see what price is doing in relation to those levels. So it's really simple. I like to use a daily chart just to kind of, when you look at it, use the daily chart just to kind of take a sit back, look at the chart, and you can look at where price has been defended. Here we have a low. Here we have here we have a low. There we have a mid. If we scrunch it down the lows, it didn't get to the low. So you can see they defended right here at the 50-yard line, basically, if you want to use some football analogies. And then they pushed it here. They scored a touchdown. And every time they go across a high, the bulls are scoring touchdowns. And then right here you can see the price action. It hasn't busted through this level. If we pull out, we can see here we've got the July 8th and the August 5th. It's still below those highs. So you can see right here the bears or sellers are putting up a line of defense, but I guess you can see it's one of those wedges. Actually, I guess that's a ascending triangle. You got the flat top. You've got the flat top with the higher lows. So somewhere out here, it looks like maybe it will pop up. Then again, it could come this way. That's trading. We can't really predict the future. We can just anticipate. I don't know if there's any other pairs of interest here. We've got the Australian dollar. Oh yeah, we've got dollar yen. You can see here the 102.80 area, how many times it was defended in the past. You can see that there. So it just gives you an idea where you might want to buy, where you might want to sell, and that's about it. It's really simple. I mean, you can think of it as a NFP buy zone almost. Excuse me. So that's about it. And once again, you can use these indicators. You can stick in the whichever date you want. It's just simple plot by date. And I've loaded in all the NFP dates. And then here, let's see, which one is this? The FOMC dates. And each, you can so you can see you can put in more than one version of the indicator on the chart, and you can fill it up if you want to. So that's pretty much it. Advanced alien civilization. That just cracks me up. Some people, I don't know. Maybe I should take that as a compliment. They think my stuff is advanced. My coding is advanced. I mean, to me, it's really simple. It just makes sense. But sometimes the simple tools are all you need. Like I said, all you need to trade is a horizontal line. And that's about it. So, fellow traders, there you have it. I hope you had a good NFP day. And other than that, as always, it's not what you trade. It's how you trade it. The Rumpled One, signing out.